All right, class. We get to have some fun this module. We get to keep working on some twirls for Senkotiros, and then we've got some Muay Thai to do as well. So let's get ready to have a blast. If you've got some gloves and you want to go grab them before we get started here, go do that right now. Or if you've got sticks and you want to grab them nice and early, go ahead and do that too. But let's go ahead and get started. All right, class, come attention. How do you guys feel today? Awesome, sir. Let's bow. And set position. Quick reminder, the left hand should be open, the right hand should be closed. So, if I'm here, left hand open, right hand closed, and we're going to bring them together so that they're right in front of the heart here, okay? Student creed. Student creed, sir. Line 1. I pledge to develop myself in a positive manner. Line 2. I pledge to use what I learned in class constructively and defensively. Line 3. I pledge to foster friendships and contribute to my community. And let's bow. We get to start off working our legs. We're going to do an alternating lunges with a front kick. So I'm going to step back into a lunge here and front kick. Opposite leg, front kick. I'm throwing those kicks with the leg that stepped back. That way I can keep as my weight comes forward, I can keep it over that lead leg and front kick, making sure I get a good chamber. Ready, set, and I guess I already started, but let's go 45 seconds. Ready, and go. Trying to keep my hands up. That's going to be one of my themes throughout the entire day, especially as we get into Muay Thai, is I want to make sure that I keep my hands up throughout the entire time. I'm focusing on that. Make sure that you've got something you're focusing on. And I'll remind us as we get there, but if you wanted to start thinking about it now, something you can focus on, and that way you're going to improve at it a lot quicker than if you just kind of blindly go into it and kind of wing it, right? 10 more seconds. Oh yeah. 5 more. 3, 2, 1, break. Next up, we've got some mountain climbers. So we'll get to our push-up position. You guys can go ahead and go palms down. I'm going to have my knuckles down. I'm still having issues with my wrist. I got to get checked out. But mountain climbers, we've got hands down. One foot is going to come up, and then we're going to switch the feet. The other one comes up in front. Switch and switch, all right? So, of course, there are alternatives to this, or there's variations to it. If you need to adjust, you can go 1 foot at a time. You could also just bring your knee towards your chest, which is a little bit easier than foot down here. If you need to switch between them in the middle, that's okay too. But we're going 45 seconds. Ready, set, and go. Trying to make sure you keep breathing as we go through these exercises. This one and the next one, we work our abs. It can be very easy to try and hold your breath throughout, but we got to keep breathing. Keep working hard. Oh, look at that. We're already halfway through, everybody. We're a little bit over. Looks like we got 20 seconds left, 19 seconds left. When I say 10 seconds left, remember that callback is, oh yeah. 10 seconds left. Oh yeah. Let's go a little faster. 3, 2, 1, break. Next up, we've got some bicycle crunches. So I'm going to go and break fall, make sure nothing to hit my head on. For bicycle crunches, let's break this down to body parts. So for our legs, they're going to look like we're riding a bicycle. One leg kicks out, the other follows. Now, the upper body, I'm going to have my hands behind my head, and then when one knee comes up, I'm going to have the opposite elbow reach to it. So a little more condensed here, but as my left knee comes up, my right hand is going to try and go to that left knee, and when the opposite comes up, I swap to the other elbow as well. So I'm switching elbows there, right? So again, 45 seconds. We'll keep this nice and consistent. Ready, set, and go. Those elbows coming across and having your hands behind your head forces you to rotate the hip, rotate a little bit more, rotate the core, sorry, not the hips. Turn that core, you can engage different parts of the abs. If you just have your hands here, there's very little rotation. Not sure how well you can see that, but we're about halfway through, everybody. Well, oh my goodness, we only have 15 seconds left. We're already 30 seconds in. Time flies and you're having fun. And I'm sure abs are the most exciting workout for all of us, right? 3, 2, 1, break. All right, our message of the week this week is the echo story. Go ahead and start stretching as we go through this. So the echo story goes like this. There's this family that was going for a nice hike, nice distance hike. They could keep their distance from everybody. Special 2020 version here. They're going through this hike, and as they came across the crest of a hill, the kid fell down and hurt their leg. And as they fell, they hurt their leg. You know, quick stinger. It wasn't really anything bad, but from the surprise of the shock, they went, ah! And at the top of this hill, there's this big valley underneath with the mountains on the other side. And as he went out, right, heard this reflection, heard this echo come back and heard, ah. Now, kid had never experienced this before, and so they were concerned. They thought somebody else had fallen down and actually hurt themselves at the same time. And being a kind heart, right, shouted out they wanted to help this person, like, are you okay? And of course they heard back, are you okay? Kind of upset, right? Because this kid's like, I really wanted to help this person, and it feels like they're mocking me. So they shout back out, stop copying me. And of course they heard back, stop copying me, stop copying me. Getting frustrated, it's like, you're the worst, stop. And they heard, you're worst, stop, worst, stop. And shout, I hate you. Of course they're hearing back, I hate you, I hate you. You're the worst, you're the worst. Right? And so this kid was so confused about what was going on. And finally, parents looked and said, hey, this is called an echo, right? In our case here, sound's bouncing back and it's coming to us, so you're actually hearing yourself. So they went out and they shouted, you're amazing. And they heard back, you're amazing, you're amazing. They shouted, you're wonderful. And they heard back, of course, you're wonderful, you're wonderful. And the idea we can gain from this and what that kid was able to understand, right, is that, hey, what we put out in the world tends to come back towards us. The energy that we put out tends to find its way back. If I am as kind to every person as I can possibly be, chances are that I'm going to find kindness coming back my way, right? There's the other message of the week, smile, that is very similar, right? If you smile, it's contagious. Other people start to smile back to you. And I guess that's not a 2020 version. I got my mask on the whole time. But the idea still holds, right? The more friendly we can be, the more positive energy we give, the more positive energy we're going to receive. And the opposite, if I give out a little more negative energy, right, then I'm going to receive a little bit more of that. So the echo story, what we put out in the world tends to have a way of finding its way back to us. Again, the echo story. We got some Muay Thai coming up, guys. We got some stick work first. We got some Senkotiros coming up. If you want to go grab a stick, go do that right now. And let's get started on our Senkotiros. Hey, everybody. First curriculum today, and our main tip testing curriculum for this module is going to be some different twirls for us here. So first thing, I want to warm up with some twirls that we've done in the past, just to get the wrist warmed up, the forward twirl and the reverse twirl. You know the figure 8 twirl, you can add that into. But remember, hold on to the stick, have a little puño at the bottom here. Nice stick fighting stance, live, hand is up. Just kind of trying to get that wrist warmed up. Again, forward twirls here a couple of times. Reverse twirls too. I'm just kind of going back and forth between the two. If you want to do a couple, and then a couple back, awesome. Let me test out this other hand here too. Right? Make sure both wrists are nice and warm. If you've done some wrist stretches with me in the past and you would like to do some, you can always do that, right? And remember that anytime we twirl, anytime we hold onto the stick, we should be keeping a firm grip. I can have my pinky and my ring finger relax a little bit, but they should never actually come off of the stick. And then of course, middle finger, pointer, and thumb should always be as tight as we can, right? So, or at least have a nice tight grip to it. Again, a couple more twirls here. We'll do a quick figure 8 twirl. Other hand. Again, just kind of getting it warm. There we go. All right, guys. So let's jump into our curriculum here. All right, guys. So our first twirl, we actually get to utilize our forward twirl and our reverse twirl together. So I'm going to get to my stick fighting stance here. We're going to do 5 forward twirls. And as we do this, we're going to get a little bit closer to the ground each time. Not like in stages, but a nice slow descent. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As soon as I do that, I'm going to reverse it. Go 5 reverse twirls. And I'm going to bring myself back up to my regular stick fighting stance. Remember, regular stick fighting stance isn't legs extended. I've got a little bend in my knees already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. And there's one more thing that we can do here. If you've got a ground that is soft, something that's not going to get hurt, again, talk to family, make sure it's okay. Since I've got mats here, I can take the tip of the stick and I'm gonna tap the ground in the middle there. So as I get lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tap the ground, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way back up. Awesome. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is our first twirl, working on just 5 down and 5 back up. Now, the second one, trap and tap. We've got our stick, we're gonna trap into our armpit and tap it out for a strike. We do have 10 basic twirls. That one we just did was twirl number 6. We're gonna jump back into twirl number 3 here. You don't need to know the numbers, okay? But trap and tap here. So I'm gonna do 5 twirls forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As soon as I do that, as I twirl this next time, I'm gonna make sure my palm goes down. Remember how when we twirl forward, the palm is up? I'm gonna go palm down. It's gonna allow the stick to come in between my body and my arm into my armpit here. And as I hold it, I'm gonna tap this part of the stick that's visible here. That's gonna allow me to whip the stick back out in front of me and strike up to the chin, all right? So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in and back out. There we go. Let me see how I can do this other hand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in and right back out. Real quick piece of advice on this one. Notice how my elbow flares out a little bit as I do this. Otherwise, a lot of times you're gonna find your stick smacking yourself. So you can bring the elbow out to make sure you keep a nice solid grip on the stick, and then that strike can come out in front of you. Now real quick, can you remember, when we did a strike, what was the relationship like between the stick and our arm? Is it supposed to touch? It should be a 90-degree angle, right? So my goal, once I'm out and I do the strike, pow, and I hit, would be I want this to be as close to 90 as I can possibly get it. So that was our second twirl there, right? The trap and tap. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in and back out with that strike. Very nice, guys. Let's practice those real quick a couple times, and then we're gonna jump into our next one, okay? Here we go. I'm gonna do each one 3 times. So that first one, 5 down, 5 back up. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Ooh, the last one. There we are. Let me try the other hand now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna be working on that hand a little bit more. So now the second one, that trap and tap. We go 5 twirls forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In and right back out for that strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, back out. Let me switch hands here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In and right back out. Nice job, guys. Let's jump into our next twirl. All right, everybody, here's our next twirl. We're gonna start the same way. We've got 5 forward twirls. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time, notice how when we do our forward twirls, we go palm up. I'm gonna bring my palm down. My goal is to get the tip of my stick coming between my body and my arm. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Manoy Cree, we just did this. You edited the video incorrectly here, but that is not true. We're gonna bring it in. We had that trap and tap, and we got our trap here, the stick, and we're actually gonna grab. We're gonna switch hands. Live hand comes in, grabs the stick, and then I can bring it back out into my stick fighting stance. So let's do that again. 5 twirls forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is the exact same setup here, but instead of striking out, I grab where that hand was, so I'm gonna have to let go to make sure I get my grip with the same amount of puño, and then I can bring the hand out. Awesome, let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the armpit, and then you can swap hands there. You're thinking, oh, how do I do that cool little twirl at the end? Just a simple figure 8. I grab it here, it's across my body. I'm gonna go palm up over here like I'm doing a regular twirl, and I'm done. That's all there is to it. So that is our twirl, that trap and grab. We've got one more to do. We're going behind the back. So this one is actually, it's gonna start the same way as the other ones with 5 forward twirls. In fact, when you get a chance to learn all 10 basic twirls that we have, the first 7 all start with 5 forward twirls. So just some info for you there. Anyways, let's jump into this, okay? So twirl number 5 is actually behind the back. I'm gonna start with 5 forward twirls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm gonna take the tip of the stick, and instead of bringing it into my armpit here, I'm actually gonna take it and bring it behind my back. Tip of the stick's gonna go down, behind my back here, and I want to have it cross up to my opposite shoulder. So you should be able to see it poking out right here. From the back, it kind of looks like this. Twirl and back. There we go again. Bringing that stick up above my left shoulder. Now I can take this free hand, reach back, grab the stick, and I've effectively swapped hands. Let's do it on the other side here, if you'd like to. If you want to stick to the first side, you can. But like I mentioned earlier, I got to practice this side a little more. So 5 twirls forward. Once we've done that, tip of the stick down, behind the back. It should come up behind the shoulder here. You can grab and swap. Now, a lot of times as we practice this, it can kind of be helpful to either look behind us, or if you've got like a window that you can stand away from so you're not going to hit it, right? You can kind of see the reflection. What I like to do is just make sure that every time I do it, that I want the stick to touch the same spot on my back, and that's going to give me a much better understanding of where the stick is. As long as it continues to hit that same spot and I can feel it there, then I know where the stick is going to end up. So that's my hint on that one, to make sure you can get a nice solid grip there. But let's go through all of them one more time together, okay? So we got the 5 down, 5 up. We've got the trap and tap. We've got the trap and grab. And then finally, we've got behind the back. Here we go. Stick up, 5 down, 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trap and tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In and boom, strike. Good. Let me slow that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In and strike back out. And 4, we've got the trap and, or sorry, this would be our third one. The trap and grab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, switch to the other hand, and we're good to go. Finally, we've got the behind the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Behind the back. Like I said earlier, if you can get it to touch the same part of your back each and every time, you're going to know exactly where to grab it. So those are the twirls for our tip testing for our module this time. So I hope you guys enjoyed working on them. I always enjoy working on sticks. And we've got some sparring coming our way now. Hey guys, I think I actually just misspoke. We don't have any sparring. That was the last module. We got some Muay Thai that we're working on this week. So if you got gloves, go grab them. We're going to have fun with a Muay Thai combo. So don't forget, the purpose of Muay Thai as compared to sparring. Muay Thai as an art is much more designed for self-defense. So we're thinking very practical techniques. We're thinking very powerful techniques. So you're not going to see things like a back knuckle, which is a little bit more quick, right? Or ridge hands or hook kicks, right? You're going to see front kicks, roundhouse kicks, jabs, crosses, elbows, knees, uppercuts. Those kind of things that can hit with a lot of power, and things we can do at different ranges. So keep that in mind as we practice, okay? Now let's build our combo and let's get a lot of good repetition. So starting off, we're going to start with a lot of our combos start this way, a nice jab cross. We get to our Muay Thai marching stance. Remember, pointing straight to our partner, one foot in front of the other, hands up in front of us. We want to keep ourselves safe. Now, we start with a jab and a cross, and remember, jab is just a fancy word for punch, right? A jab is when I punch with the hand that is closest to my partner. So right now, since this leg is in front here, the hand on that side is a little closer to you. That's my jab hand. This one in the back is going to be my cross. That cross also gives me a little bit more power. So jab and cross. If I swap my feet, this hand becomes my jab because this foot is closer to you. That's got to be my jab. Excellent. So that's how we're starting in our Muay Thai marching stance. Real quick, jab, cross. Let's go ahead and do that for about 15 seconds. Nice and quick. Ready, set, go. Notice I'm keeping my Muay Thai stance. I'm rotating a little bit, facing different directions, and I'm focusing on keeping my hands up. 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, everybody. Next in our combo, we're adding in an elbow and then a knee smash. Or sorry, knee strike. Make sure I got the difference there, right? Jab, cross, elbow, knee. Remember the difference between knee strike and knee smash? A knee strike is when I just take my knee and I strike something. Knee smash is when I grab onto it and I would smash it into my knee, all right? Just sticking with a regular knee strike here. Jab, cross, elbow, knee. There we go. All right, guys, let's go 1 minute here. Jab, cross, elbow, knee. Ready, set, and go. Pick something to focus on. I told you I'm focusing on bringing these hands back to my guard. That way I'm always protected as best as I can be. Of course, not everything is 100%, right? They can still sneak a strike in, but my chances are better when my hands are up here, right? I want to stack the odds in my favor that I can stay safe. Keep it going, guys. We're about halfway there. Think about what you're working on. If you didn't already pick something, you better do that soon. Focus on working on that one thing. Whether it's making sure you start your combo facing your target the whole time, your hands are up the whole time, that you're rotating your hips. Whatever your focus is on, make sure that you think about it throughout the whole combo and break. Excellent work with the combo, guys. Make sure you get as much repetition in through this week as you can. Hope you guys have a nice, safe holiday too, right? But we got announcements coming up next. Hey everybody, announcements. Just a reminder that we are closed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for Thanksgiving break. We will be open regular classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then next week we're opening up on Monday for tip testing. So I hope you guys have a safe break. I miss you all, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Let's spend some attention, and let's bow out. Class dismissed.